life is very delicate. And fragile. And when this is all perfectly stacked and we have it, we're holding it together, we're in control, right? But sometimes all it takes is that little and something topples us over. Now there can be events that are happenings outside of us that affect us. But actually I want to deal more with this structure of you as your physical body. And the idea and feeling and knowing of pain, physical pain, physical problems, physical suffering. So this could be, well, I have some objects here. This looks like part of a hip of a cow. So what if you at one time, let's say you broke your hip? It didn't heal quite right, so it's always in pain. It hurts to walk, it hurts to sit, it hurts when you sleep. It hurts when Beauty comes in, she almost wanted to eat it. And I have to turn, let's say. So this is a particular kind of pain that deals with the ability to move. And virtually every type of activity with your body, whether it's sitting, standing, walking, lying down, you feel it. It's always there. It never goes away. Now let's say you have some other kind of pain. The stick's been burned. Stomach. So you have stomach or diverticulitis. So it's an intestinal thing that can happen to you. And it can happen frequently. And it's like a burning in your bowels. And it's like, it's different than your hip pain. And it's not there all the time. Maybe twice a week. Let's say you have well, maybe something like you were a football player. Lots of concussions. And you can't focus right. You can't think quite right. You may actually have some sensations. Let's not call it sharp pain. Let's just call it something that's always there. Certainly appropriate to a football player would be as if you had a helmet on your head all the time, so that there's always this feeling, not pain, but just this feeling. But it affects your ability not to just to the focus of your eyes, but to focus. Okay? To focus your thoughts, to use your mind, and let's say at one time you were a genius, and now you can't use your mind anymore. Okay? Now this is a form of pain, let's just say. It's how it feels, okay? So if a person had this kind of feeling in them all the time, and they're trying to, so it's almost like this, okay? Now each one of those things makes this structure very delicate. Okay? Very delicate, very delicate. It's like anything could sort of push it over. You're trying to control it though, okay? And that's tension. So our immediate reaction to every one of these things is we want to control it. We don't want to have to feel that. It hurts. Whether it's not in sort of a presence of a sensation that's always uncomfortable and you can't think, whether it's your hip, you can't, no matter what you do, you move, no matter what, or whether it's occasional and it's got this kind of burning and you hate that, or maybe you have a migraine headaches and you're completely disabled at times. We have to completely lay down. It's overwhelming and you hate it. You want to get rid of it. So we want to be in control. And all of these things make us feel like I can't control it. Now maybe sometimes I could take some Excedrin for my headache, but what if it doesn't help? What if you don't have access to painkillers and you have to live with this? Or maybe the painkillers don't work. So you have to live with this every day. And it generates a lot of thinking. So maybe you wonder that day as you get out of bed, oh, it feels a little worse than usual. And you worry that maybe you're not going to be able to do the things that you need to do in that day. So you start to think. And maybe you worry that if you have a family to take care of, that you're not going to be able to take care of your family. So all these, in relationship to your physical pain, all these worries get set in motion. Maybe you don't have that. Maybe what you have is terminal cancer. And you've done everything. In fact, even before you got cancer, you did everything right. You ate properly, you took all the right supplements, you exercised. And then when you got it, you did everything you could, and now there's nothing left that you can do, you realize. There's nothing left anymore that you can do to feel like you have some ounce of control. So we all want to be in control. And pain is a difficult thing. But pain is a very familiar thing for many, many people. So, in this circle, this medicine of one, this here-ness that I am, this sunness, radiance that I am. When this happens, and when you feel like this, how does that work? Maybe you don't feel like you can do it. Like you can't stop your mind from worrying about whether you're going to make it or not, or whether you're going to even live or not. Or if you die, what's going to happen to the people that you love. So your mind is always... So in addition to the pain, is our thinking that's moving. So there's the pain in the circle, the broken rock, the actual, and you want to tense around it, but it's the same thing. breath. Down. What's back in there behind it all that's just here and aware of it? It gets so difficult to access it through this. It seems impossible. It seems like you've lost yourself. But it's still there. Just know that it's still there. And that at the very least, the sense of relaxing around it, softening around it, and giving up the idea that you're in control. In fact, being soft and loving to the part that is so terrified of not being in control. So just being the circle, in a sense, being that sunness presence to your terror. And just like the pain, it doesn't necessarily go away. But you just keep doing the best you can over and over again. You know, some days you have to get up and you have to push yourself. So you have to push. You have to go to the store. You have to buy a few things. You have to wait for the bus out in the cold. But then at some point in the day, that's always pushing, be the circle to the pusher, because it's afraid. If it doesn't push, it's afraid that you won't be in control. So however you do that, lie down, and just totally relax, and just touch that sunness warm presence. Because if it's something that's with you all the time, now it's your teacher. It's constantly challenging you not to be what you are not. Sounds like and to be what you are. To be as you are, which is that presence. But as you sit here as that presence, the pain's probably still there. The helplessness is probably still there. The fear may still be there. But something in you is always there. So in a very paradoxical way, you are being, rather than hate and tension to your pain and trying to control, love. In the sense that nothing gets thrown out of the circle. And that you, in that, as that presence, are love. You are love. To all your terror and your pains. But that means you're soft, you're relaxed, and maybe the pain's not there, but you don't get swept up from the tension into all your thinking that is the suffering. So in a way, you are ending your suffering. even though you cannot end or eliminate or get rid of your pain. It's your teacher. Something in you, something, even though that's toppled and it seems like everything's chaos, something, this something that you are, this presence, you align with it. Even though it seems impossible, when the pain just seems like it's too much. And even death seems very close. All that you're feeling, all that's happening, align with that presence. Be loving to it.